Right, so let's talk about how you can predict your income. So it's really easy once you know basically three numbers, okay? You need to know the number of leads you're going to be having coming in. You need to know what your average closing rate is per job or per lead. And then also the last thing you need to know is your average gross profit per job. Okay, with those three numbers, you can pretty much figure out anything that you want to know. And you're going to work backwards, okay? So let's say in this example, you want to make an additional $30,000 this month, okay? Now, for a lot of people, you think that's just way too much, but it's possible once you just start doing the numbers, okay? So number one, $30,000, we're going to divide that by our average gross profit. As my fence company, we make around $3,000 per job. So 30,000 divided by 3,000 is 10. So we just need 10 additional jobs in the course of the month. So that's not much, okay? So next thing we're going to do is divide it by the average closing, your percentage, right? So if we need 10 jobs, we're going to divide that, just say, by 10%. And basically what happens is that I need an additional 100 leads, okay? So for a lot of people, you're probably like, there's no way I can get an additional 100 leads this month. After all, that's an additional, 25 leads per week. Well, if you do the things like I talked about in the other videos, such as Google My Business, SEO, things like that, well, what's going to end up happening is you're going to rapidly increase the number of leads that you have coming in. So if you need help with that kind of stuff, you can actually look at the link in the description of either the video or my profile. And there's videos that show you how to do this stuff, and it's super simple. A lot of times I see like these small little tweaks that have to be done. And then once that happens, well, then your leads drastically increase. For the one guy that I, just adjusted, after a month, he ended up getting more calls in February than he was getting in like July. And he's in Illinois. So they have, hard winters and everything else. So the fact that he's getting more leads in February than he is in July, when I just made this change, like that's all you need to do, right? So it's very simple. So again, you're just working backwards. So predict your future, and that's all you need to do. And you can also look at past indicators about how many, I was looking at how many leads I was getting last year. We already increased our number of leads from February of 2021 to this year. It was almost double. The year before I only had 120. This year I had 250. Okay. Well, it's just the same thing. Now we're looking at the business for March, and last year I had 550. So as long as I keep about that same amount and we're closing at 10%, well, that's roughly about 55 jobs. And if I do the 55 jobs out of $3,000 gross profit per job, that's $165,000 in gross profit in 1 month. So just some things to think about. Have a great day. See you later.